So Fox Sports anchor Charissa Thompson was receiving a ton of backlash yesterday after an interview clip surfaced from Barstool's Part of My Take, where she basically publicly admitted to lying on national TV. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Charissa works for Fox Sports and does their football coverage for the NFL. She's literally been everywhere in sports media, from the Big Ten Network to Fox to ESPN and then back to Fox. This girl, along with Erin Andrews, are probably the two most recognizable female faces in the league. She also does Amazon Thursday Night Football on top of that. Anyways, listen to her self-snitching on herself, and it's pretty amazing. She actually blurted this out all publicly.
It's a big, where's the upside? You're only going to fail in that situation.
Yeah, I just talked to Mike Tomlin. He says that we need to go out in the second half and compete.
I've said this before, so I haven't been fired for saying it, but I'll say it again. I would make up the report sometimes because the coach wouldn't come out at halftime, or it was too late, and I was like, I didn't want to screw up the report, so I was like, I'm just going to make this up because first of all, no coach is going to get mad if I say, hey, we need to stop hurting ourselves. We need to be better on third down. We need to stop turning the ball
Pressure
over.
the quarterback.
Exactly. and do a better job of getting off the field. They're not going to correct me on that.
Right.
So I'm like, it's fine. I'll just make up the report.
Yeah, so pretty crazy for her to just be so open about lying to the public. I understand time is of the essence during these moments, and these sideline reporters literally have seconds to get to their spot. Here's the way it works. As soon as the halftime buzzer sounds, these reporters have to beeline it to the sideline and quickly interview the coach as he walks off to the tunnel. And then when they're coming out of the locker room as the game is about to restart, they have another opportunity to speak with the coach again. So basically, due to time being very pressed during these moments, she felt it was okay to flub her halftime reports because no coach would ever refute what she had to say. However, her peers didn't necessarily agree, as Charissa Thompson faced a growing chorus condemning her actions. CBS Sports' Tracy Wolfson responded to this report on Twitter, writing, "This is absolutely not okay, not the norm, and upsetting on so many levels. I take my job very seriously. I hold myself accountable for all I say. I build trust with coaches and never make something up. I know my fellow reporters do the same." And then ESPN's Molly McGrath added her 2 cents on the situation. She tweeted, "Young reporters, this is not normal or ethical. Coaches and players trust us with sensitive information, and if they know you're dishonest and don't take your role seriously, you've lost all trust and credibility." Okay, so to say that her peers weren't too fond of her comments would be an understatement. I can understand that these reporters take their profession seriously, as there is a level of integrity that goes with the job. Other people on social media were pretty much on the fence on this issue, but most were condemning it. One person tweeted, "Admitting that you just make up things coaches say is pretty wild. What is the actual point of sideline reports if you're just putting words in the coach's mouth?" Another guy tweeted, "Do people actually learn anything from listening to these halftime reports? They're basically the same generic report for every game. They're pretty much useless." So yeah, a lot of fans questioned the point of why we need these sideline reporting when much of it is the same cliche quotes and talking points week in and week out. Think about what these reporters do. They have to try and get a good quote, literally asking the same question every game. What changes do you plan to make? Blah, blah, blah. Other than that, during the game, they're trying to do reporting on stuff like injuries, trying to get as much information as possible on the field. Ultimately, things like this are going to lead to a growing sentiment about women in sports, and some might question their roles in the game. For me personally, I don't really put much weight in these sideline stories. Anyways, what are your thoughts on this story?